Good day everyone and welcome. Today, we delve into the fascinating world of 3D sensory and motor control networks with our presentation titled Why Decussate? Topological Constraints on 3D Wiring. This groundbreaking research by Troy Shinbrot and Wise Young explores the mathematical necessity of crossings in these networks, shedding light on the complexities and challenges of 3D networks. Stay tuned as we unravel the intriguing implications of this study. Let's get started. Our research delves into the mathematical and physiological implications of crossing configurations in 3D sensory and motor control networks. We extend our analysis from 2D to 3D networks with a particular focus on the crossings that result from folding. This is a significant step forward, as it allows us to better understand the complexities and challenges of 3D networks. Existing approaches often overlook these complexities, especially the necessity and implications of crossings. Furthermore, previous studies have not sufficiently analyzed the distinction between 2D sheets and the 3D environment in which they reside. Our research aims to fill these gaps, providing a more comprehensive understanding of the intricate workings of these networks. Our research employs mathematical analysis to explore the necessity of crossings in 3D networks and the implications of different crossing configurations. These findings are not limited to a specific case, but apply universally to functional, lateralized, point-to-point, somatotopic 3D networks. One of our key technical results is that crossings occur as a mathematical necessity, irrespective of the complexity of the network. We've also identified a threshold in the number of neurons, between 100 and 500, beyond which only a decussated configuration can be reliably wired. Furthermore, we've discovered two distinct wiring states in decussated arrangements. These states can coexist in different systems, adding another layer of complexity to our understanding of these networks. This research opens up new avenues for understanding the intricate wiring of our neural networks and the mathematical principles that govern them. Let's delve into the heart of our study, the intriguing world of crossing configurations in 3D sensory and motor control networks. Our journey is inspired by a fascinating observation. The absence of crossings can lead to significant challenges in 3D sensory and motor control. Now take a look at this illustration. It beautifully captures the connections between a brain and a body in 2D, and when extended into 3D. Notice how point-to-point connections without crossings are possible in 2D, but when we step into the realm of 3D, crossings become a mathematical necessity. This simple yet profound shift in dimensionality sets the stage for our exploration. We delve into a specific problem that arises in the absence of crossings in 3D motor or sensory systems. The function of these systems would be compromised due to the presence of contradictory spatial information. This issue underscores the importance of understanding the distinction between 2D sheets and the 3D environment, a distinction that is not immediately obvious. Previous attempts to tackle this problem have not fully addressed the complexities and challenges associated with 3D networks, particularly the necessity and implications of crossings. These methods have either adopted the decussated mechanism of crossing or dedicated a significant number of genes to regulate crossings during development. However, these approaches have their limitations, and our study aims to address these gaps. In our research, we explore the mathematical necessity of crossings, the maximum number of neurons that can be wired reliably, and the effects of wiring without crossings. We also identify two distinct wiring states in decussated arrangements and discuss the implications of folding only one of the brain or body. This comprehensive analysis provides a deeper understanding of the role and significance of crossings in 3D networks. Our proposed solution utilizes mathematical analysis to delve into the necessity of crossings in three-dimensional networks. We explore the implications of different crossing configurations, shedding light on a complex aspect of neural networks that has been largely unexplored. We present several key improvements in our understanding of these networks. Our findings are not limited to a specific type of network but apply to all functional, lateralized, point-to-point, somatotopic, 3D networks. This broad applicability enhances the significance of our research, providing a foundation for further exploration and potential advancements in the field. In essence, we're taking a deep dive into the mathematical intricacies of neural networks, unraveling the complexities of crossings, and presenting new insights that could revolutionize our understanding of these systems. Our research delves into the intriguing world of crossing configurations in 3D sensory and motor control networks. We've used mathematical analysis to explore the necessity and implications of these crossings. Now imagine trying to wire a 3D system without crossings. Our findings suggest that this would compromise function. The challenge becomes even more daunting in systems with millions of connections. Here, we face a choice: adopt a decussated crossing mechanism, or dedicate a vast number of genes to regulate these crossings. Our approach to this problem has been to use mathematical analysis to understand the necessity of crossings in 3D networks. These findings are not limited to a specific type of network, but apply to all functional lateralized, point-to-point, somatotopic, 3D networks. Our research delves into the fascinating world of 3D networks, revealing some intriguing mathematical findings. We've discovered that crossings, or intersections of connections, are not just random occurrences, but a mathematical necessity. This holds true irrespective of the complexity of the network. We've also identified a threshold for the number of neurons that can be reliably wired in a decussated configuration, which is between 100 and 500. Beyond this, the system becomes unstable, emphasizing the importance of crossings in maintaining stability. Interestingly, we found two distinct wiring states in decussated arrangements. This could potentially lead to better coordination on one side of the body than the other, a finding that could have significant implications for understanding motor control. Our approach offers a deeper understanding of the complexities and challenges of 3D networks. It underscores the importance of considering the 3D environment when analyzing brain and body connections. This could potentially shed light on developmental disorders and pave the way for more effective treatments. In essence, our research opens up new avenues for understanding the intricate workings of the brain and body, and how they interact in a 3D environment. Looking at the illustration, we can see how connections are established between 3D systems that are rotated, lateralized, and decussated. This demonstrates how a system divided laterally into halves can form a decussated network. Interestingly, crossings occur between tracks, but not within a tract, as in other geometries. Now, let's delve into some key results. Firstly, crossings in 3D networks are not a matter of choice, but a mathematical necessity. This holds true, regardless of how complex the network is. Secondly, there's a limit to the number of neurons, between 100 to 500, beyond which only a decussated configuration can be reliably wired. Lastly, we've identified two distinct wiring states in decussated arrangements. This suggests that coordination can vary across different sides of the body. These findings are crucial in understanding the intricate workings of our neural networks. Our comprehensive mathematical analysis reveals that crossings in 3D networks are not just a random occurrence, but a mathematical necessity. This holds true regardless of the complexity of the network. We've also identified a threshold for reliable wiring in these networks. Depending on the targeting error rates, only between 100 and 500 neurons can be wired in a decussated configuration. Our study further uncovers two distinct wiring states in decussated arrangements. Interestingly, these states can coexist in different systems, suggesting a variety in coordination and wiring symmetry across these systems. Lastly, we emphasize the importance of adopting a decussated crossing mechanism or gene regulation in systems with millions of connections. Without this, hundreds to thousands of genes would need to be dedicated to regulating crossings, an inefficient and complex process. In conclusion, our findings shed light on the intricate and fascinating world of neuronal wiring and the mathematical principles that govern it. Our research underscores the importance of considering the three-dimensional environment in which the body resides. This is crucial when analyzing the connections between the brain and body. We found that the act of folding and the consequential crossings of connections are vital to convey 3D information. Moreover, our findings have potential implications for understanding developmental disorders. Abnormalities in the folding of the nervous system are implicated in disorders such as autism and polymicrogyria. By studying these folds and crossings, we can gain a deeper understanding of these conditions and potentially develop more effective strategies to address them. In conclusion, the complexity of our three-dimensional world plays a significant role in the structure and function of our nervous system. This research opens up new avenues for understanding and addressing neurological disorders.